Hey guys, welcome back to the Nottingham Forest career mode. First of all, let's get you up to date on what's happened in the transfer window so far, because today I plan on finishing it and making maybe one or two more changes to the squad. So far we've signed 3 players on pre-contract. We've got Garcia coming for a free transfer, of course, and I believe it was 15,000 per week. We can check that in a moment. The only player we've sold is Yates for 120,000. Not much money, but we're not going to use him. The other 2 players that we've brought in for free next season are Ayoub, who looks like a really good midfielder, definitely something that we've needed for a while, and Larson, who's a left winger, and I think he could be extremely good. I think his potential's around the 83 mark, so we've got ourselves a free signing, and he's worth something like 9 million, which is just unbelievable, and his wages were so low, around 15,000 per week or something crazy like that. So really happy with the progress we've made so far. There are still 1 or 2 players on the transfer list, so if an offer comes in, I might let them go. And there's also a few players that I'm potentially looking to bring in. As you guys know, I tried to sign Stefan Bell, but it was ridiculously expensive. Even though it's a free transfer, his wages were going to be 40,000 plus. So clearly this guy is probably 80 rated or more, so I guess it kind of makes sense. I haven't made any other offers at this point. I'm thinking potentially Krunic would be another good choice. We've got Khalifi there, we've got Saliba, who looks like a very quick right midfielder that's left-footed. I absolutely love that. We've got Danny Garcia. We also signed Luna from Ibar, so that would be another Ibar signing. He's worth 11.5 million. But I just don't know if we're going to be able to make it work. At this point, though, we've only got around 30,000 on our wages left. So we're going to have to sell 1 or 2 players first. And to get Garcia, it's going to be more than 25,000 per week. I'm sure of that, because he's already playing at the top of his game or whatever. And he might not want to come to a club like Nottingham Forest, which is kind of fair enough. So I think at this point, guys, I'm just going to wait for some transfer offers to come in. And look at this, guys. We get an offer straight away for one of the players that's transfer listed. That is, of course, Lika. Not really interested in using him. He hasn't been too great for us. And I think I'm better off just letting him go now and freeing up some money to potentially bring in some more pre-contract players. It's such a strong way of improving a squad, getting free players like that. So I'm going to go ahead and counter-offer. I think we can get a little bit more out of it, at least his value. I think I'm going to go in with a 1.2 million. Let's see if they go ahead with that. It probably will get rejected. They'll probably come back and say, I will pay 1.1 maybe, but that would still be better than 975,000, which isn't a very good offer. So our next game is Middlesbrough at home. They're in the bottom half of the table, not doing so well in the league. And then we've got Southampton at home, but in the FA Cup, which I would absolutely love to go far in again. So I think we might actually simulate the Middlesbrough game. We'll play the Southampton game, and then hopefully that should be enough to get the rest of the window done in this episode. So let's go ahead and simulate it. Let's use the second team maybe. Yeah, we're going to use the second team. I don't really want to get any major injuries to my first team. And it's still a really strong team. We're at home. We should be getting a win against one of the weaker sides in the league this year. And it's a 0-0 draw. Wow. How boring. Not even a substitution, let alone just 2 yellow cards. That is all that's happened in this game. I mean, really? I've said it a few times over the years. If there is one thing I really want them to overhaul in career mode, it's the simulation. They could do so much with it, make it so you can jump into the match at any point. That used to be in FIFA. You know, you could be in the 50th minute, go 1-0 down and say, pause, I want to carry on and play this game. But yeah, they decided to remove that. We're going to jump into some training now. Abraham is very close to 78. Tuanzebe halfway, roughly to 76. And it looks like Clough is finally going to hit 70 rated. Unless he does really badly. Oh, wow. Wow, look how close that was. That is unbelievable. But Abraham's a little bit closer. Tuanzebe did nicely there. So training's going well at the moment. I'm finding it difficult to get everyone in. Sometimes I wish you could have more training drills as well. But it's fine the way it is. It just takes time. But let's see if we get any emails back from Blackburn it was, wasn't it? It is... They've done it. Okay, so 1.2 million. They've decided to match it. And we've got another transfer offer, this time for Hobbs. He is a player that could leave for free. And it's Blackburn. So it looks like they're going to be buying 2 players from us. I'm not even going to dawdle on this. We're going to go ahead and accept the deal. We are going to be a defender short for the rest of the season, potentially. But Hobbs, I don't want to let him go for free when I can make money off him. Worst case is I might even bring in a free agent or just loan a centre-back in. Actually, that's quite a good idea. I could do a short-term loan. I've gone ahead and found 3 defenders all loan listed that could be absolutely perfect. So we have Branimir Kalecha. He plays for Benfica and actually was a player I almost signed. Instead, I went with Van Drongelen. So maybe he's an option. We've got Dale Fry from Middlesbrough. He looks really good as well. Probably better than Hobbs. And then we've got Danilo Doheki. I'm really sorry if I butcher these players' names, but he plays for Ajax and he's a future star. So maybe we could bring in one of these. Geez, which one do I go for? See, now I think this guy is too similar to Worrell. So it might make sense to go with Fry instead. I've already removed the other player because his wages were really low and I think he probably isn't that great. So I think I've ruled it down to these 2. I guess it's down to wages and how much they're going to cost. So let's have a look at Fry. I'm guessing he's on more. See, now he's on 12,000 per week. That's purely because he's in the Premier League. Premier League players get a lot more wages. It's just the way it is. Let's see. I bet this guy's on like half. I mean, look at that. 3,900. That makes a huge difference for me. I think we're going to go with this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and loan. And do you know what? We might as well go for 2 years. Why go for 1 year when I can get him for 2? So let's go ahead and try that. I think I'll make the same offer just in case. You never know if that falls through, but I doubt it because if they're loan listed, you're pretty much guaranteed to get it. But if I can, I will go with the Benfica defender over Fry. I think I'm ready to make another offer as well for a winger because I would like someone that can be proper backup to Ariyibi. And I think Khalifi will be perfect. He's from Switzerland. He plays on the right and on the left. He's got lovely work rates and the 4-star skills. His stats look really good as well. His strength is a little low, but shouldn't matter too much. His value's around the 4 million mark. So again, I think this is just going to be an absolute bargain. He wants 25,000 though. That's a lot more than I was expecting, but that's the kind of money we're talking, I guess. Can I even offer that much? I think I should be able to adjust the ratio a little bit. Let's see if it works out. But I'm also going to make an offer for Yanis Saliba. This guy is very, very similar. He's got better finishing and things like that, so I think he would probably get more goals. He wants the same amount of money, roughly. So why not do the exact same offer? 4 years, important first-team player. He probably wants crucial. But we'll soon find out. I don't want to give them something that I can't promise them. You know, Ariyibi will be the main man. And finally, guys, we get another transfer offer, and it's for a player that I definitely want to sell. I'm just not enjoying using Teixeira, and I think it's time that I made a little bit of money off him because he is one of my most expensive players. In terms of his value, he's probably the most expensive that was already at the club, you know, excluding players that I've brought in. So let's go ahead and counter offer more than his value. He's a young player. We should be able to get 2.8, maybe even more than that. Maybe we should try 3. I just don't want to scare them off and make them say, no, that's too much. But let's see what they say. Larson will be 2 times the player that Teixeira is, so it just makes sense. It just means we'd be without Teixeira for the rest of the season. Leaker's been sold. We've got Hobbs being sold. That's really good news. And look at all this. Right, first of all, Ipswich, they're offering 2.6. I'm just going to go for it. We need the money. Look at that. That has saved us a bunch of money. I'll miss him. He had a few good, you know, a few good games, but in general just didn't really get on with him too much. Now, I need to decide which players I want. I've got a choice of 4 players here. I think I'm going to go ahead and accept the... Let's go with the Benfica player. He's a lot cheaper. Why has it done that? I selected the other email, you silly game. Let's go with him. Let's go ahead and get him into the squad. So he replaces Hobbs, and he will do a good job for us. I think I need to compare these 2 players directly. Let's have a look at their stats. Physical attributes, they're very similar, although Saliba's a bit tougher, a bit stronger. He's got better stamina and reactions as well. Mentally, they're very, very similar. I would say that maybe slightly better for Saliba again. And then look at that, the skill attributes also, it's a bit of a difference, isn't it? I think Khalifi, although he's got better ball control, Saliba's the better dribbler. His finishing's better, his free kicks are better, heading accuracy, long passing. Short passing isn't as good. That's quite a key thing for me. Shot power's better. Obviously, we don't have the full scout reports back just yet, but we can see pretty much all the information I need. So He's got better weak foot. He's older and taller. He weighs more, so he's gonna be a bit more beefy. I love the fact that he's left-footed. Oh, I don't know what to do. This is a difficult one. I think with my play style, I think Saliba's going to do a little bit better for me. I think, although I am a possession player and I like to pass it around and Khalifi had better passing, I just think the fact that Saliba can push forward and potentially be a bit more of a threat going forward, his better finishing, his shot power, I think I'm going to go with him. It's a shame I can't have both and then just get rid of one when I want, but I'm going to go with Yanis Saliba. He's older, but I think he will be better for us. So I'm really sorry, Khalifi. Maybe another day we'll get you in a different career mode, but we're going to go ahead and reject that. And of course, reject Fry as well. So that is another pre-contract done. I knew this was going to happen, guys. I just knew it. Konate, one of our highest rated players, doesn't really play like it, but he is. There's no denying it. 78 rated. We got him for free last year, and I can make an insane amount of profit by selling him here, and it is so tempting. I'm thinking I could bring someone else in. Oh, what do? I think it's one of those cases where I either get silly money for him or I keep him. So I'm actually going to reject it and counter offer 17 million. I mean, that would absolutely change this career mode. That kind of money I can do a lot with, and Konate hasn't been so great for us, so I will counter offer. I doubt they're going to accept it, and I won't mind keeping him. Put it that way. I either get silly money or I keep him, as I said. So we'll go ahead and do that. Courtois. Wow, he's moved to Bayern. Interesting. Should we try and get Neuer? That would be interesting. And yeah, he's not worth... For a second, I thought, no way have they matched it. They don't think he's worth that much. That's absolutely fine. We can always sell him another time. At the moment, I think I would prefer to have him. So we're not doing international management at the moment. We are going to be playing our next game, though. Southampton at home in the FA Cup round 4. Let's jump into the game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure we lost to Southampton the last time we played them. Or at some point in this series, I've lost to them. I'm pretty sure I have. Anyway, this is the team I've gone with today. The only injury we've got at the moment is Worrell. So Tuanzebe comes in, who you could argue is actually better anyway. But we've gone with Abraham up front with Geraldes behind him. Platter's in on the left wing. It's a really strong team. It's been doing well for us over the last few games. And here's the Southampton lineup. Buffal, Austin, Tadic, Paredes, Classy, however you say his name. It is a good team. That defence as well with Van Dijk. Very difficult to break through. But I'm sure we can pick up a win here and go through to the next stage. Here comes Southampton with Buffal. He's just stopped the ball. Oh, wow. I've missed the tackle. Can I get the tackle in this time? Nope, he's gone through me. Wow. He just went through my whole defence, but that's a foul, surely. What? Yeah, thank you, ref. My turn to get on the attack now. Let's try and put that through for Pereira. What a pass that is from Ariyibi. Now, someone get in the box. Drive it in. Geraldes is there, but it's well defended in the end by Southampton. End-to-end stuff right now. Let's get the cross in. Oh, that's a good delivery. It's good. Tuanzebe won the header somehow. I didn't have him selected, but wasn't on target. Might get another chance, though. Through for Abraham, surely. Surely we're going to score here. No. McCarthy, what a save that is. Now, here is Ariyibi running forward. Into Abraham. Back into Ariyibi. Out onto the right side. That's a foul. He stopped me from passing. Did you see that? He just bumped into me. Just 3 minutes added on. This will be my last chance. Try and poke that through for Platter. Not the greatest of first touches, but we've got through again. Here's Galdamez. Pass it across. Inside again. No! Van Dijk just cut it out, and that's going to be the half-time whistle. Wow. How many times did I think I scored or got through, and it just didn't work out? Austin on the ball. Goes for the shot, and it's gone wide. Austin hasn't really had much of the ball. He's their main danger man, with Buffal on the left as well. Need to be careful. Let's try and find a pass inside. Here's Abraham. And again. And again. Galdamez could be in. He is. Oh, that's a foul. This referee, I swear. Maybe it wasn't a foul. Maybe it's just me. But the fact that he ended up on the floor there maybe put him off balance with the challenge when he was shooting. Who knows? I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm bringing on Kai and Cash for Platter and Barman, I think it was. Just a little bit more pace in midfield. And on the left side, Kai I feel is a better dribbler. So maybe he will help us get in behind. I mean, straight away he's going to get the ball here. Try and go down this left wing. He's got that pace to get through just like Platter. Cross comes in. Oh my... Wow. For a second I thought that was creeping in. But in the end it was a poor cross. Go Ariyibi. Yes, we're through. This is it, guys. I've got to score here. Ariabi through on goal. Can you finish it though? How? How did the defenders catch up so quick? He got his foot in the way, didn't he? I cannot believe that. This will be my last chance. Come on, let's avoid this replay. Pass it across. Come on, Galdamez, come on. Come on. Running into trouble. Play it back. Don't blow the whistle. We can get one more cross in, maybe. Ariabi, get that cross in. Okay, we're going to get a corner. This will be my last opportunity to avoid a bloody replay, which is so frustrating when you get another fixture. Go on, Pereira. Kaikai's in there. No, nothing's going to happen from that. That is really frustrating. There were so many occasions where I felt something didn't go my way in this game, but I guess a clean sheet's a good thing. It just means, of course, we will have another fixture. It's just the way it is. Now, can Clough hit 70? If he doesn't hit 70 this time, I will be amazed. There we go. Right, so he's one of the few remaining players in my squad that isn't 70 rated, so that's good to see. Tuanzebe very, very close to 76, and Abraham hit 78 in his last game. So, with just a couple of days left in this window, I've only got 3 players left on the shortlist that I'm still interested in. We've got a centre-back, a defensive midfielder, and a centre midfielder. Now, what do? I really wouldn't mind getting someone as good as Danny Garcia in. His value is 11.5 million, so he's going to be extremely high rated and would do really well for us. But if I look at his stats, he's not very quick. Is that going to be an issue? I don't think so. I don't think, obviously, in career mode, you need pace. As long as I've got someone like a Galdamez next to him who is quite quick, or Barmin maybe, then that would be okay. But is he even going to sign? It's going to be an interesting one. Krunic, however, is a bit of an all-rounder. I really like the look of this guy. I think he's from Bosnia. Yeah, Bosnia-Herzegovina. So a bit more of a skillful player. He's got 4-star skills. And like I said, a bit of an all-rounder. He could probably play in any position in midfield. And I kind of need that, I would say. And Bell, of course, would be a fantastic signing. Because, again, a very high-rated defender. But does he stunt the growth of players like Worrell, Van Drongelen, Tuanzebe? Because I would have to play him. He will be the highest rated defender we've got. So I don't think I'm going to go with Bell. We've already tried. It was going to be really expensive. So we're going to go ahead and actually remove him from the list. I think I'm going to try and get one of these guys. I still think we will need another midfielder. So let's go for it. I think Garcia will be the first one. And his wages are going to be pretty high. I'm presuming he's going to want at least 40 as well. But of course, we will try 25,000 first. You never know. He might just accept it. Crucial first team player. Of course, he would be. And now let's try Krunic as well. I believe he was on loan at Napoli the season before this. So clearly a good young player. And he's only going to want 10,000. That's very, very, very cheap. So I think, again, we're going to have to make an offer. I think he's probably going to be the player we get. Well, no real surprise that both of them declined it. I thought Krunic maybe was a bit too good to be true. Because I know this guy, he's pretty good. He's got, you know, probably, I would say, stats in the mid-70s across the board. So he's probably around 74, 75 rated. So 10,000 wasn't really ever going to work. So we'll try again. Maybe try 4 years. Give him that 10% bonus per goal. Do you know what? I'll even give him 20. And we'll go with important first team player. Let's see if he accepts this one. Now with Garcia, it's going to be even tougher because as we thought, he has stated that he's a top player at his current club. So this, I mean, we've got the money, luckily, is going to be a much more expensive deal. I think I'm going to go in with 30,000. It's the next step up, I guess. We've still got time. And I'll go with 20%, 3 years, crucial first team player. Maybe he'll accept that. But this is it, guys. We're now in deadline day. Look at some of these big moves going through. Icardi to United, Carrasco to City. As we know, Courtois has moved to Bayern. I wonder where Neuer's gone then. Who knows? But we've got 6 emails. We've got a bunch of scout reports back. Obviously, a lot of these players I'm no longer interested in or I have already signed in a couple of those cases. So nothing back on the contracts. Let's see if this is going to be good news or bad news. I'm guessing bad news. At least for Garcia. I just don't think he'll accept that. There you go. So Krunic has accepted 15,000. I'm just going to go ahead and accept it. He's 74 rated. Let's just get him into the squad. Maybe we go for both. We can afford it. Maybe we just try one more time with Garcia. Let's go up to £35,000. If he declines this, fair enough. Maybe it's just not going to work. Crucial first team player. He's 81 rated. Now yeah, maybe I should be going in a bit harder. Maybe we should go up to 40,000 or so. But then I might as well have done that for Bell, you know? Let's see what he says. He might accept this one, and then maybe we'll try one more. Come on, come on, come on, come on. He's accepted it! Oh my god, we've got ourselves an 81 rated player for next season. That couldn't have gone better. Maybe we do try and get Bell again. I've got the money to do it, and it means I could sell Mancien. Yeah, okay, no, it makes sense. Maybe I was too quick to judge that whole Bell situation. Now that I've got the money, it makes sense to try again, I think. So let's try and get him in. So Bell, where are you? Centre-back. Stefan Bell. Of course, he's right at the bottom. So I didn't finish scouting him, but he hasn't gone yet. Let's go ahead and offer... do I try my luck again, or should I just go straight in with 40? Yeah, I think we'll try 40. And 20%, 3 years, crucial first team player. We can afford it. Imagine all of these players coming in next season. I mean, we'll be challenging for that top 5, I reckon, with these kind of players joining. Please, please, please accept this, dude. That would be absolutely amazing. This would be one of the best transfer windows I think I've ever had in a Road to Glory, where I'm just signing so many great players for the future. And they're not all young. Some of them are relatively, you know, later on in their career, and he said no. One more try, 45,000. That is a lot of money. I think this will have to be my final offer. I can't justify it otherwise. Crucial first team player, £45,000 per week. He will be my highest paid player. Is it going to ruin it with Worrell and Van Drongelen? Oh, I don't know. I'm getting that same thought again. You know, where I worry that I won't play my best players. He's accepted it as well. And we get an offer for Van Drongelen. Well, we're going to reject that. What would you guys do in this situation? We've got a really, really good defender potentially joining up with the squad next season, but it means that Worrell, Tuanzebe and Van Drongelen have to fight for one of those other positions. Part of me thinks maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but then part of me thinks I'm going into the Champions League at some point in the next few years. The Premier League is going to be tougher. I'm thinking maybe I should just do it. Do you know what? It's so low risk. We're doing this for free. Worst case scenario, I sell him and I'll make profit for free. Yeah, I can't not do it. Let's go ahead and get him into the squad. Even if I don't use him, or if I do use him and I sell another defender, it's all good. It's low risk. I'm not spending a lot of money on this. It's a free... It's a pre-contract deal. I don't know why I got so unsure about it. So now we just finish off the transfer window and we will go through all the changes we've made. It looks like Arsenal have signed Rondon. Interesting. Burnley been spending a bit of money as well. But is there going to be any other deals that go through that are more than the top 3 you can see in the bottom right corner? I doubt it. Although I've said that before and then suddenly a big move happens. Wait, what? Chelsea spent 29 million on Bruma. Is that for real? The Wolfsburg defender. Oh, Belotti's moved. Belotti has gone to Atletico Madrid. Big signing for them. And that's going to be it. So Icardi was the biggest signing. Of course, Manchester United signing more strikers, as they always do. So the top amount of money spent was 153. That's not too much, actually. We've got a youth squad monthly report, and not much has changed. I'm probably not going to use any of these players, to be honest. It's probably too late, isn't it? Unless I got them into training constantly. But, oh, we've got Chelsea next. How wonderful. Let's have a look at the league table before we end this episode. So we have dropped down into 9th place. It's not great, is it? But with the calibre of players that I'm getting next season, I'm sure we'll be up there in that top 5. Look at West Brom, by the way. Wow. Doing really well. So Chelsea have overtaken Spurs, and they are unbeaten. So the next game is going to be huge against Chelsea. Imagine if we could pull off a win and give them their first taste of defeat of the season. That would be pretty hilarious. Let's go in the transfer window and then my club. So we got Bell, Garcia, Krunic, Teixeira left, Saliba's coming in, Leaker's gone, Hobbs has gone, Kalecha has come in on a 2-year loan, Jean-Vier will join next year, Yates left, Ayoub is joining next year, and so is Larson. So that's all happened in this January transfer window. You could say I've overdone it, but with pre-contract players, it's free. I can sell them and make instant profits. So I don't think I've made a mistake. It's going to be a fantastic boost to the squad next season. We're going to have so many players available for us. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you have enjoyed this episode, please do hit the thumbs up button. You may notice that things look a little bit nicer. I've got a new computer. I'm using the latest Elgato as well, so everything is instant and nice. Hopefully the quality is better. And all I can say is thank you for the support on this series, and I will see you in the next episode very soon.